as long as I can remember, I've had anxiety. Obviously I didn't realise what it was when I was young, but my mum suffers similar things, so I sort of understood as I got older that I had anxiety. It wasn't until I was about 25 that I was listening to the radio one day and they were talking about mental health, and they had someone talking about his experience with a depressive episode, and I was sitting listening to it, and I was like, I feel like this sometimes. This is kind of how I feel. And I was like, but it's not depression. I'm just having a bad day. And then last year I had my first depressive episode and was diagnosed with depression. And yeah, that's how it's gone. I was at work and we were having a meeting and I received some criticism and I just broke down. I couldn't function, I couldn't talk, I just sat in the toilet and cried. And I went straight to the doctors and they diagnosed me, and I jumped straight back into work, which was a big mistake. But yeah, that was the lowest point. I was put on medication straight away, which was also not the right thing for me, and that made me more depressed. But luckily I found a better doctor and they took me off the medication and I started improving within 2 months. So the beginning wasn't good because of the medication, but once I realised that I wasn't getting the right treatment that I needed, I moved on. I found a different doctor who listened to me and understood what I was going through and understood that I was different, like not everyone's the same with their illness. And so I started meditation and doing yoga and setting goals for myself, and just talking to people. Like, talking to people just makes it so much better. Like, it's scary the first time, but once you say it, it's out there and you can't take it back. And
that's talking about your anxiety?
And the depression, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, all of it. Each day is, to get through it, is setting yourself goals and looking after yourself. Sometimes you can't put other people before yourself. You have to put yourself first. And it's not a selfish thing. That's just what you've got to do. Just talk to people. I was so afraid of telling my parents, especially, what I was going through. I didn't think they would understand, being of a different generation, and I built it up so much in my mind and made it a lot worse for me until I told them, and then I was like, it was out there and it wasn't a big deal, and it was, okay, Penny, you're sick, let's fix you. So just be open. It's okay not to be okay. You know, there's nothing wrong with you. This is something that, you know, another person might have diabetes. It's the same thing. It's just a sickness. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. You've just got this illness and it can be fixed.